All right, so we're looking at a remix that I'm working on for someone, and it's an absolutely obese amount of ideas and crap in here, out to 12, 11 minutes. How do I know that? Along this bottom is time, and along this top is bars. Okay. And by the way, this session is running deep CPU troubles and just sitting at 25% of my laptop here in idle. That's why these tracks are turquoise. They're frozen, and I'll get into that later, but it's a way of unloading the CPU. So I can access playback on this little mix with this orange marker. And everywhere I click down on it, I can go to that area. If I want to zoom in to what we're doing, I take my magnifier, I pull down. Zooming is pulling up or down in this area here. Right up there. And you'll notice if I hit this border right there, that's gone. If I go into black, it's gone. And if I go into right below the numbers, it's gone. But this is zoom, pull up and pull down. All that to say that this marker here is called the Arrangement Insert marker, as evidenced by this little help tab. And you can read all about it there. But some of you have a speaker instead, in addition to the Arrangement Insert marker. The problem with the Arrangement Insert marker is that if I click on a clip, I can't access playback from that area. It has to be off of a clip. Okay, you can see my orange marker moving around there. And wherever this insert marker is, that's where it plays from. Okay, kind of a pain in the butt in a way, but it's easily remedied in the preferences. Ding. And under look and feel is a thing called permanent scrub. I put that on, and behold, I have a speaker icon, and I can then access any part of my track. Totally out into the breakdown. Okay, so isn't there a more universal oneness sort of overlord menu? Why, yes, Bill, there is. But Ableton missed an opportunity, and they just called it overview. They could have called it the master of all window or something. And there it is. And I can see a tiny little facsimile of this whole episode of creativity down here, or lack of. And even down to my breakdown. And I can control this via loop braces. I can get down to one bar in the universal menu. Is that what it's called? Overview menu, sorry. And now when I touch down with the overview on, I am accessing one bar at a time. So there I've accessed my entire song of 8 minutes quite quickly, just in and out. That's the overview menu. I can also kind of nudge forward like this by selecting open space in it and putting my cursor directly upon that line. To be honest, that's a little fussy. So you can say that you're zoomed way up and you'd like to move along. Well, I just use my Mighty Mouse. At this point, I can't really edit without it, but it is this thing right here. And I have scrolling on 360 for this little roller ball. Speed this up. And so in live, I can go up and down with my roller ball. But let's say you're on a laptop. Well, on a PC, you would do Control Alt Drag, and on a Mac, you're going to do Command Option. So Command Option is going to give me this hand. And then I can move around as if I had a little roller ball, which is pretty cool. Okay, so I can kind of drag around this way. On the laptop issue of zooming, here I am at home and I've got a full keyboard with a number pad. And so on the Mac side anyway, plus on the number pad zooms in, minus on the number pad zooms out. The only deep flaw with that, in my opinion, is that number pad is right next to the mouse and my left hand is not sitting there. It's a little bit awkward. On a laptop, you can do plus and minus keys on the Mac side. The minus key works fine on the traditional keyboard, but for some reason plus doesn't work. Maybe it's me, somebody can say why, but Shift plus is what works when you're on the traditional keyboard without a number pad. Minus and then Shift plus is my in and outs there. Okay, and lastly, I wanted to take a look at follow. Let's say that my cursor goes off screen. Okay, and I want to know where I'm at. I hit this follow button, just like that. By the way, you see that D lighten up? That's slow disk, and that's why you're hearing audio dropouts. This thing's pressing this machine to its knees. Okay, that is navigation within Live, and we're going to do more, but that's the basic overview.